Hey everyone, I know it's been a long time since I've made a video. I uploaded a video yesterday, but that was made in January, like about the end of January. So as you can see, I removed my braids, but I left a few in because I wanted to show you all how I removed my braids. So I'm trying to do everything as methodically as possible. I want to show you how I wash, all the steps I take, how I braid, all the steps I take, how I remove the braids, and so on. So if I haven't gotten to videos like how I straighten my hair or how I braid my hair, those are things that I'm thinking about doing and things that I'm working on. But I'm only going to straighten my hair when I would normally do it. I'm not going to straighten my hair just for the sake of making a video. So stay tuned, and eventually there should be a video up on how I straighten my hair. But today, like I said, I'm going to show you all how I remove braids. And I also want to show you the growth that I got over a month's time. So February 3rd made 1 month for these braids, and if you can see, I got a little bit of growth. I think it's about, I don't know, half an inch or so. It's definitely not an inch, but it's about a half an inch or whatever it is. I'm always happy with the growth, no matter how much it is. So that was for a month. And usually what I do is I start at the end. It's so important to start at the end of the braid. Do not start taking out the braid about an inch or 2 inches up the hair. Don't do this. This is not good for your hair. So you have to start at the bottom and slowly unravel, and start unraveling the hair until you find 3 sections or 3 separate bunches of hair. 1, 2, 3. And then when you find those 3, you can tug a little bit, and if it gives, then just keep pulling it out. Pull until it gives, and then you pull it down at the middle. Pull until it gives, and then you pull down. So you keep doing this until the braid is removed. And if you can't remove the braids like this by pulling, then just do it section by section until the braid is unraveled. But do not rip the hair, do not pull the hair. It's not necessary. It really isn't. Be patient when braiding your hair, when removing the braids. Whatever you do, just be patient with your hair and you will see results. And the results is growth, so you'll see it. And you'll be able to retain all of the hair or most of the hair that you grow if you just be patient with it. If you don't have the time to remove the braids, then don't take the braids out, you know? So do it when you have a lot of time on your hands or when you're patient. Don't do it when you're frustrated. And then that's it. Now I like to keep the hair removed in 3 separate sections. I don't like to do this. I don't like to get the hair unraveled like this. This makes detangling harder for me. So I try to keep it in sections like these, the wrinkly sections, as opposed to sections like this. So you just keep removing the braid and pulling until it's out. Okay, and that's that. Now I'm going to do one more of these braids on camera. Then I'm going to show you how I remove braids that are attached to the scalp. So cornrows. I'm going to show you how I remove the cornrows and how I remove box braids. So you saw one. Again, this is really thin at the bottom, but even though it's thin, I'm not going to start up high like this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to the bottom and see if I can find the 3 separate strands that I use to actually braid the hair. So I'm going to see if I can find it. I found it. I pull. And it's a gentle pull. It's not hard. You tug and see how much it gives. If it doesn't give, then you start removing the braid like this. I really hope you all can see this. I'm actually working on getting a flip camera as well. The flip camera is supposed to have an HD quality, and I can show you guys everything more clearly everything what I do, but you'll be able to see a better image of it. Some people send me messages that they're going to start braiding their hair as well, and they tell me how they plan on leaving braids in for 3 or 6 months at a time. I really don't recommend leaving braids in for that long. And the reason I don't recommend leaving braids in for that long is because there's no doubt about it that you get new skin every 28 days, guaranteed. So I at least suggest that you leave the braids in for 1 month, not really longer than that, unless you're constantly maintaining them. And by maintaining them, I mean removing some braids and rebraiding them, making sure that you're getting rid of the shed hair and making sure that you're getting rid of the lint that happens to always accumulate in hair that's in the front and the back. I don't know if that happens to you all, but that happens to me in certain areas of my hair, like in the front around the edges and the back around the edges. No matter if I sleep with a scarf or anything, I always get an accumulation of like lint in my hair, and that can actually take out your hair if you don't remove that lint and if you keep it in. I know braids are expensive, especially if you're not doing them yourself and you're paying people. I know they're expensive, and especially if you're not using your own hair but artificial hair. But the purpose is to grow your hair and to keep healthy hair. You don't want to get braids in order to retain length, and then when you take the braids out, your hair is shedding and breaking and matted. So you're kind of counteracting what you're trying to do to begin with. So really, I don't suggest longer than a month. But of course, you all can do what you want to do what works for you. But I'm just telling you my take on it, giving you my opinion. So for anyone who had a question like that, how long should you leave braids in? I would say a month is fine. And even when I leave my braids in for a month like I did, I still maintain them. I remove the ones around the edges and the back, and then I rebraid them just to make sure that there's no lint that's building up or lint that will break off my hair when I comb it out. So now I'm going to show you all how I remove attached braids or cornrows. And it's the same thing really. You find the 3 sections that you braided in, you pull, and when you come across a knot or you feel that the hair isn't giving anymore, you just do like so. Okay, that's one. Okay. So these are my bangs, as you guys know. And that's it for the braid removal. I have one more box braid that I'm going to take out on my own time. Also, I just wanted to mention that I'm going to wash my hair in about 2 or 3 days. And I'm going to do that just to allow my hair to take a break so that it's not bound up in braids. I don't want to immediately go to combing it out and washing it and doing this long process that is overwhelming for the hair. So I'm going to leave it for a day or two. I'm just going to either put it in a ponytail, just like this. I'm not going to comb it. I'm not going to brush it. So something like this, I would just wear it outside like that. Or I could put it in a bun or something like that. But that's really all I'm going to do. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient, and have a great weekend, everyone.